Here we have the MAFEX Black Suit Spider-Man packaging. Typical MAFEX fanfare image. I really like this one on the side. Here's the back, showing you all the poses and interchangeable stuff that comes with the figure, webs, and all that good stuff. There's the top. I really like that half and half logo. That's pretty sick. But yeah, let's get into the figure. This is based on Black Suit Spider-Man, Secret Wars, I guess. Not Secret Wars, but it's based on that run after that. So you can see how everything's still in the box, but the figure, I did take the figure out because, you know, I have to pose and play with these beforehand just so I can get a good feel for them. And I really like this. If you're on any social media right now, this thing is, it's either you're going to see this or you're going to see Galactus. So I'm pretty sure we've all seen it. I'm pretty sure we've all seen reviews. I really like this figure. One thing I really do like that they added were the are the blue highlights on the black, just so it's just not a sea of black. It's pretty awesome. Like, the blue highlights look sick. I don't know if you're gonna pick it up on camera, but especially since my background is blue. But yeah, I really like the blue highlights. This figure, I got the angry head on here because it just looks good. I really like it. I feel like when he was Black Suit, he was really mad. If you've seen the cartoon, you know when he became Black Suit Spider-Man, he just started yelling at Shocker. It's a pretty funny scene. But yeah, I got the angry head on there. Let me show you the accessories. Here's all the accessories out the box. You know, standard MAFEX, you get a stand with it. And then you're going to get all of these hands, just standard Spider-Man hands. These last two things down here, these are magnet hands and magnet feet. They can be pretty clutch if you have metal. I don't have a lot of metal around, like magnetic metal. A lot of this stuff is like aluminum, and magnets don't stick to aluminum. So I can't really stick him to anything. He does come with, in the package, he'll come with these open hands. I put fisted hands on them because, like I said, I want mine to be angry. You got the web backpack. I'm not sure what that's from. I'm pretty sure it's from the comics. In the show, he doesn't use that, at least not from what I remember. You got your other head. You can see the heads right here. This one's angry too, but this one's just more angry. I really like that a lot. And then the unmasked head looks pretty good. This is my first Spider-Man from MAFEX. Well, besides Ben Riley. I have Ben Riley too, but I don't have the red and blue Spider-Man or the Venom. I put in a pre-order for the re-releases, and I guess it got allocated or something, and they canceled it, so I don't have either one of those. I don't have either one of those to compare it to. At least not Spider-Man. I don't have Ben Riley out either. It's like in the back of my shelf, so I won't be able to compare it to that. But here's the accessories. Here are all the webs too. I'm gonna make him some custom webs. I know you've seen the pictures, all the pictures where he has like the webs and stuff twisted around him, and it's pretty sick. And that made me think that this came with that, but it doesn't. But I'll make some. Back to the figure though. If you own a MAFEX, you know. Well, no, I can't say if you own a MAFEX. If you own the Ben Riley one, you know the articulation here. It's pretty dope. I really like it. One thing I'm not liking, though, is this is kind of hard. So when you articulate the leg, this digs into it. See if you can see the line I just put in the plastic. You can kind of see it like a little bit right there. See it right there. And then right there, you see the little lines. That's one thing I'm not liking about it. I didn't think this thing would paint rub a lot, which it doesn't, but that torso being hard just detracts from it. Let me see if I can brighten up these lights so I can show you the blue on here. You can kind of see the blue highlights on there. There's some right here on the side, a little bit on the head. The blue highlights, they're so subtle that they're not meant to really be seen, but under my lights, I can see them though. And if you own this figure, you can see them too. Blue on the bottom of the feet. I guess that's from the comics. I guess in the comics, he had blue on the bottom of his feet. Not that big of a deal. Some people didn't like it, but I got to say, if you missed this one is going to be pricey. I'm calling it now. So if you can get a pre-order in or it's up somewhere, you can afford it, I say grab it. But the articulation is as follows. Head goes really far up. If you've never done this before on a MAFEX, they come with these like angle joints. Most times the angle's forward. I turn them around backwards. So it shoots up like that and then back like that, if you can see it in there. It's angled. I just turn it around so it gets better articulation going up. I think before it might have stopped like right there. But you can see now he can look straight up. He can look straight up and yell Shocker all day. If you know the scene I'm talking about, then you know. Like I put him in this pose. It was hilarious. I was laughing. He was like, "Shocker!" Or no, he was like, "I'm gonna get you, Shocker," something like that. He was just yelling, and it was hilarious. But yeah, he can get all of that up. He could tilt to the side really far down too. Tucks his chin in really nice. Shoulder, you do have a butterfly joint that goes not across. Mine pops off really easily. Mine pops off extremely easily. He doesn't go across his body, but he can go about that far. It goes that far up without popping out. Probably that far up right there. 360, bicep swivel, double jointed elbow, get all the way. Nothing's in the way of articulation, so that's great. The wrist is a universal wrist, so it'll go up, down, left, and right. Torso goes back that far at the top, forward that far, and then you include the bottom part that far forward, that far back. It's pretty good. You can get any amount of range you need out of this guy, you're going to get. So it does everything it's supposed to do. It's pretty sick. The hips are drop down, but if they're not drop down, that's as far up as you'll get. Drop it down, you get a little bit more. I've seen people pose this figure so crazily. Like, I've seen people do the most crazy poses with it. I'm not necessarily not going to do that, but I'm going to try not to because I don't want to break it. I don't want to mess it up. That far on the knee, you can see more of that blue highlight. There's even some on the butt cheeks. Blue highlight on there. Double jointed knee. You got the ankle goes. It pops off because, like I said, you get the magnetic feet. So it'll go that far back, that far up, and then you get the toe joint too. Falls on camera. There's the down. There's the up. Here's the tilt. You get all the crazy range. All the crazy range you need. I don't know why MAFEX does this. They put like this extra plastic right here. You can see how the ball joint's exposed and then they cover it up. I'm guessing that's for like your typical stances, but it's kind of weird. I mean, I guess they want to hide the ball joint, so I see why they do it. Comparison with Amazing Fantasy Spider-Man. This is the greatest Marvel Legends Spider-Man. People telling me the retro animated one is better, but I'm like, it's the same figure, but just blue and red. This figure being blue and red doesn't make it better than this figure. This figure started it, so this one's the best. Blue and red one is fire, though. Can't wait to get it. But there he is, foot to foot with Amazing Fantasy Spider-Man. It always surprises me how big MAFEX figures are, to be honest. I never expect them to be as big as Legends because SHF is not. Retro Lizard, foot to foot. There he is. Here he is with the MAFEX Iron Man. Iron Man's a lot taller, which he should be because he's in a suit of armor. Here he is with Black Panther. Mythic Legion. And then lastly, we'll put him next to Omega Spawn. So you can see his size compared to a lot of other things. But yeah, that's the MAFEX Black Suit Spider-Man. If you have one, then you know how great this figure is. Or if you've owned the other ones. Like I said, I've never owned the other Spider-Man figures, so I can't speak on those. But just a basic pose, you can see he can do pretty much like a lot of stuff. He can do like any pose you want your Spider-Man to do, he can do. So it's pretty sick. And there he is standing. But yeah, solid figure. Solid figure. If you don't own it, you need to. And if you don't want it, then I don't know what to tell you. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'm out.